Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer. And welcome to Team Rayceen Looks Forward to 2022. Joining me is the one, the only Rayceen Pendarvis. Yes, Rayceen.
Bam!
Yes, honey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are looking forward to 2022. That's so exciting.
Yes, we
So
are.
exciting. Yes. So happy holidays. We have a whole lot of guests this evening. So let us know, welcome them to
Let me
Racing Looks Forward to 2022. So we are welcoming all our guests. Come in, come in, come in. Wow, we have a lot of people tonight. We have a lot of
Hi.
people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, I want to start with the introductions. So as soon as all of our guests are on screen, first, we're going to do some screenshots and then we will get into the introductions, okay? So let's see, we have everyone on. Let's do a couple screenshots. So I'll do a countdown and let's go. So 3, 2, 1. Then 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All righty. All righty. So let us get into some introductions. So the first person up is Michael Woods.
Hi, everyone. As he said, I am Michael Woods. I'm currently in Louisiana working on a construction project, but I'll be back in DC in a few weeks. I am currently beginning my career as a real estate agent, so I'm very excited for 2020, and I'm very thankful, Rayceen and Rayceen's team for having me.
Thank you, Michael, for being
And we're
here.
happy
It's
to
a
have
pleasure.
you.
Next up is the one, the only, the mermaid, Shay Monique.
Hello, I'm Mermaid Shay Monique. I'm based right outside of DC in Alexandria. I am so jazzed to be here. As you can see, I am spending most of my time shipping out my 2022 wall calendar. So I hope to spend 2022 with you on your wall.
All right.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you for joining us. All right. By the way, let me just remind everyone. So we want you to introduce yourself, tell us where you're located, and share an announcement, resolution, or plan for 2022. Okay, so let us go next. We are going to go with Woody.
Hello. Excuse me. I am Woody. I am from DC, but calling from Glen Burnie, Maryland. I am a photographer, artist, and lover of life. Um, and also, according to the lovely pictures on the screen, I'm also engaged to my lovely fiance. Um, 2022. Let's see. I plan to explore my artistry more. Working on a couple of things. Hopefully, I'll get into that later. But yeah, I hope and pray that more people will get to see my artistry in the new year, and hopefully there will be a ring on the finger as well.
Yes, love to hear that. All right, up next we have Amy.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me back. I'm the artistic executive director of Story District. It's a DC-based arts organization. Our mission is to teach and showcase the art of autobiographical storytelling, to inspire, connect, and build a community of diverse voices within the Washington, D.C. region. So we've been doing a show called Outspoken for we'll be going into our 12th year, and Team Racine is currently our primary and our favorite partner. So we'll be not only partnering again in 2022, but expanding that partnership. I'm so excited to do more things as we lead up to this one particular performance. And we are also, you all are the first to know, we have set dates to do several workshops and our show at the Kennedy Center. So keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Up next, we will have Carly Harvey. Hello, Carly. Welcome. And what's the plan for 2022?
Hi, so I'm Carly Harvey, also known as DC's Queen of the Blues. Obviously, I'm a blues and jazz vocalist, and let's see. Well, I'm located in the city in Washington, D.C., and my plan for 2022 is to just continue on without hesitation, with more self-love. So one of my songs is being considered for the BMAs, which is really cool. So got fingers crossed for that, just keeping that star rising,
Yes. That is great to hear. All right, up next, Broderick.
Hello, folks. Thanks for having me again. Broderick Clavery here. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm an actor, writer, creative, and a teaching artist. Plan for 2022, hopefully just more life, because we see what's going on here with our new Omicron. We hope Omicron does not transform into anything else, but more life, more art, and hopefully get one of my films that I've been doing some editing with in terms of script-wise, get that off the ground. There was a plan, Omicron showed up, but I'm gonna make it the plan. And if things are as they should be, I'll have that short film done.
Awesome. Thank you, Broderick. Next up, Michael Ward.
Hey y'all, I'm Michael Ward, he, him, his, from Atlanta. In 2020, I am looking to buy a house in this crazy housing market. So that is my biggest 2022. I'm sorry, 2022. March. It's just March 2020 is throwing me off. But yeah, that's my biggest goal.
Thank you. And Joshua.
Hey everybody, Joshua Jenkins, co-creator of Black is Stuck at Home. I'm at my mama's house in North Carolina, but I'm usually in DC. 2022, I feel like I am looking forward to, it's very loud outside of my window right now. I am looking forward to continuing Black is Stuck at Home, because apparently we will indeed be back stuck at home potentially. So we will be providing the same space we have since 2020 for the folks who need it. Showing and highlighting Black queer films and stories.
Thank you, Joshua. Up next, Lottie Ellington.
Hello. Yes. Hi, Lottie Ellington, she, her, out of Detroit, Michigan. Burlesque performer and educator. 2022, my big goal is to begin or to restart classes for the Ellington Academy of Burlesque, which is an online burlesque studio for specifically dedicated to educating marginalized individuals on the art of the tease.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Next up is Ashanti Martinez.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ashanti Martinez, progressive Democrat running for Maryland House of Delegates in District 22, which is northern part of Prince George's County and a lot of the communities on my sweatshirt. For 2022, I'm looking forward to being the first openly LGBTQ delegate from Prince George's County in our county's history. We've never elected one, and this year is going to be different. So I'm really, really excited for that. If you want to learn more about our campaign, you can go to voteafm.com.
Thank you, Ashanti. All right, up next is Michael Bobbitt.
Hey, what's up? Krylios, good to see you again. Michael Bobbitt, born and raised in DC, lived there until 2019 when I moved to Cambridge, Massachusetts. I used to work in the theater field down in DC as a director, choreographer, and playwright, and I used to run a theater that was in the background of Wood D's engagement photo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was so happy to see that. 4 things happening this year for me. My son turns 21, which is very exciting. I turned 50. Thank you, Cocoa Butter. And I have 2 plays that are premiering this year. I have an adaptation of Make Way for Ducklings, a little children's book that some of you may have heard about. And then I have an adaptation of the Monster Mash song that'll be a big old Broadway musical, hopefully someday.
Awesome. Awesome. It's great to have you here, Michael. All right. Up next, let's go with Patricia.
Hi. Thank you so much for inviting me again. It's always a pleasure being here. My name is Patricia Gino. I'm a board director and chair of the outreach committee of the DC Latino Caucus. And I'm also a community activist. I go to protest every time any white supremacist groups come into Washington, DC, and I protest against them. I denounce any kind of bigotry. And as someone who is part of the DC Latino Caucus, I want to encourage any Latino who is watching, who's politically active or is thinking about running for office to come join us. Por favor, únete a nosotros. Oh, and I guess one thing that I'm really looking forward to in 2022, it's going to be an exciting year for me because I'm going to be working for the government as an infectious disease scientist. And I'm also going to be running for local office because diversity matters.
Yes, it does. Welcome, Patricia. And Lee Livingston Perrine, welcome.
Hey, Lee Levinson Perrine. I'm here in DC. I'm the founder of Black in Space, and we celebrate Black, queer, and trans folks through media, storytelling, and technology. In 2022, I need to accomplish a few things, but first finish my short film, which Rayceen is a part of. It's about the night Sylvester performed at the Clubhouse. So super excited about that. And then the second goal is to bring the mothership to life with an in-person experience. So looking forward to those things.
Awesome. Well, I guess it's me next. Looking forward to 2022. Well, we are currently in rehearsals right now for my first play that I've ever written for. It's called Leave the Door Open. We're currently in rehearsals now and expected to premiere February in Baltimore at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's the first time I'm seeing, my work on stage. So I'm excited for that. And I am also going to be releasing my first book next year as well. So I've been working very hard on it this year. And so I'm very much looking forward to that for 2022. That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, and I'm Krylios, if I didn't say that before. And Rayceen, over to you.
Wow. Well, I start the year off. I'm a Capricorn. So I start the year off with a birthday, honey. Same day as Mary J. Blige, January the 11th. We're so fabulous. We come twice in the year, the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, Capricorn. Yes, plenty. I love it. So, oh my God, I have so many things planned, so many wonderful things planned, so many great things. I'm not going to tell that 2 things that I'm working on are under wraps. I cannot talk about them until they drop. So get ready, even though after 10 years, the end of Ask Rayceen, the show ended, but it's so many more things beginning. I have my hands in so many things. Like Lee say, I'm working on a documentary. I'm working on a series of documentaries that I will be in. Get ready for those. So I am doing more television, more film, more video, more me.
Yes. I love it. Well, listen, it is time for elevator pitches as Team Rayceen Productions continues to entertain, inform, educate, and inspire in 2022. Let's see if anyone has any ideas about how they would want to collaborate with us in the new year. So I'm going to start this one off with Amy.
Well, I kind of already teased this, but I do hope everybody on this call and the last call and everybody out there listening, when we do get the information out about our workshops and show that you join the workshops, they're going to be free or very, very anyway, or pay what you can, they'll be and we want all your stories. And what we do at Story District is we really help you figure out how to tell it for an audience. So we'll kind of pick your brain, ask lots of questions, then help shape your story. And I'm going to give there's two other shows coming up. One is we have Sucker for Love, which is our annual Valentine's Day show. I'm still casting for that, and I'd love some more LGBTQ plus representation. So you can DM me or something, at Amy7 or at Story District. And then also still casting for our Kennedy Center show, which is in March, Funnier Than Fiction. So it's part of a comedy series and real hot girl shit. So women, trans, non-binary for Women's History Month, please pitch a story. Funny stories by extraordinary women. That's the sort of description.
Thank you. And I have to say, as someone who's, done stories before with Story District, Sucker for Love, most recently as well, it is so great to be able to storytell, and sometimes you really work out some real things with yourselves with those stories, really thinking back on it, being able to put it in a narrative structure. You're able to think about your own actions, the actions of people around you, and look at it from a really holistic manner, and then being able to tell that story. And there's a lot of healing that comes with storytelling. So I really, I'm trying to tell everyone that if you have a story, get into it, contact Amy and be a part of that Story District cast. All right, who else had an elevator pitch? Michael? Was it you, Ward?
It was
no,
Woody.
It was not. It was Woody. It was Woody.
Hey, I don't think I can really give out too many details, but I do believe me and Rayceen are going to be working on a project. I don't know if Rayceen was aware of it as well, but
I got the word today.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give out too many details because I believe, not if, but when we do the project, I'm hoping that it will turn into something bigger, and it'll be a series of artistic photos that will highlight not only Rayceen but other people in the LGBTQ plus community. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to not only showcasing Rayceen personality, because I've definitely taken pictures, but usually is at events. So I'm looking forward to doing an actual photo shoot, letting the creative juices flow. So I will say stay tuned to that.
You can tell them. I can tell them. I'm going to be on the cover of Playboy.
They're not ready for that.
Yes. I think there was one more person with an elevator pitch. It is losing me. Who was it again?
Ashanti.
It was me.
It was Ashanti. There we go.
Yeah, I kind of gave the pitch a little bit earlier, but I can give some more. So again, my name is Ashanti Martinez. I'm a progressive Democrat running to represent District 22 in the Maryland House of Delegates because my hometown deserves better. I think what we have currently isn't enough, and working families are suffering because of it. I really want to go to Annapolis and get to work building out a safety net that we've seen COVID has shown that we don't have. Right now in Maryland, when folks fall, they fail. And that's really, really unfortunate. We can do so much more as one of the wealthiest states in the wealthiest nation. And I want to go to Annapolis and do that work. So again, voteafm.com is our website. You can find my socials there, as well as ways you can fold into the work, like donating to our campaign. We have a January 12th deadline that we want to be impressive for, and other ways to volunteer as well. So please voteafm.com and check us out.
Thank you, Ashanti. So now we want everyone to shamelessly plug whatever they have coming up, whatever they have coming out, social media, ways to contact you. And the biggest thing, of course, is your biggest hope for 2022, your biggest hope for 2022. So let me start it off once again with Michael Christian Woods.
Yes, my shameless plug, as I mentioned before, I am starting my real estate career in January. I will be an agent with Logan Foster, so you need a house, I'm your guy. So I am excited for that for 2020. Also, well, I only have one resolution that I have each year, which is just to be a better, more improved version of myself. And every year afterwards, I see the progress that I've made. And so that's sort of like a celebrating victories for me. It's a very attainable goal, very broad. I keep it that way so that when I look back, I can see the progress that I've made and, rejoice in the victories, see what improvements I need to make.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. Up next, Shay.
Shalom, shalom. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm very much looking forward to joining Amy at this Kennedy Center Real Hot Girl Shit spoken word thing. I mean, I know about it until 5 minutes ago, but I feel like that was made for me. I'm very jazzed to do more digital programming with Society of Fat Mermaids this year. And if Omicron can get its life together, the biggest thing I want to do with Society of Fat Mermaids is host a big, sexy beach retreat in Isla Holbox, Mexico. Also, of course, I am still sharing and spreading, and I spend the year kind of taking photographs for my calendar every year. So I can get that shipped out to you like ASAP. I will go to the post office tomorrow if you're interested in that wall calendar.
Thank you, Shay Monique. Thank you. All right, up next, we're gonna go to Woody.
Hey, so real quick, not to brag, but I feel like I just need to put it out there because I'm very proud of myself and my fiance. But we are new homeowners. We just moved in August. So yeah, I just am really happy to say that. So 2022, I do have a couple of projects that I'm working on. One of them is going to be a collaborative project with another photographer. Hopefully we will be able to do a in-person showcase. Basically it's called Perspectives, and we shoot the same subject, but of course we have our different views on what we shoot. So it's going to be a bunch of different things, landscape, nature, portrait photography. So you'll be able to see how two different photographers shoot the same subject. And we just hope that, like I said, if we can do it in person to showcase, we just want to showcase photography in a different way. I know a lot of people, they probably don't think photography is one of like the major art forms compared to like paintings and other things. But I'm just hoping to basically, just show more of my art. Also, I'm going to be working on a calendar for the 2023 year. So it's something I'm going to be working on all year, and hopefully towards the end of 2022, I can start to promote it. And then, people can start placing their orders. And as I mentioned before, the project with Rayceen that I have coming up, I am speaking it into existence that it will, take off and become something bigger. But yeah, I'm just hoping to, book more jobs and continue to stay busy, booked, and blessed. So
love that.
That's all I have.
Thank you. All right, up next, let's go to Lee. Shameless plug and your biggest hopes for 2022.
Shameless plug is follow us on Instagram at Black in Space, BLKNSPACE, Black in Space. The mothership will be landing for DC Black Pride. That is our hope. So I'm booking a venue. I have a lot of ideas, so just stay tuned for that. On a personal note, working on my blood pressure. So got to get that down in 2022. But that's about it.
That's good. That is good. That is good. All right. So up next, Amy.
All right. I feel like I've kind of made a shameless plug, but couple shameless plug just to the group. If you don't know about DC Commission has an annual grant for individual artists. If you consider yourself an artist, check that out. It can be up to $10,000, or it used to be. And also, if you're ever looking for a venue, I'm just like Rain Man about venues in DC. To ask me, I'll be like, this is how many people it seats. So I'm just a resource. So, but I will say what I hope, my hopes and dreams for 2022, man, I one of the things, well, health, but kind of getting my house in order, my health, but also my organization. One of the upsides, I would say, of this terrible situation with COVID, since we're alive, most of what we do is in person, we really had to scale back in so many ways, but definitely programmatically. But that's opened up time for me to do more capacity building and organizing my project management system and stuff like that. That's super boring to everybody else, but is awesome. I'm so excited to have the time to do and rebuild my team and kind of just all that internal stuff that you never have time to do if you're constantly chasing the next event and the next event. And I know Team Rayceen knows. I know Zara, if you're out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's been an upside. So my hope is get my house in order, get my health in order, and also I really want to take really take a vacation, like off the grid.
Yeah. Thank you, Amy. All right, up next, Carly Harvey. Shameless plug. How can people get in touch with you and your biggest hope for 2022?
Okay, so I have a lot of shameless plugs. One is I've got a goal to get to 2,000 followers on my IG. So please follow me on IG. That definitely helps when talent buyers or the talent buyer for certain festivals are looking at my social media. So follow me and support, Afro-Indigenous women preserving blues. So my band just won the DC Blues Society Battle of the Bands. So we're going to Memphis to compete in the International Blues Challenge. And we're competing against bands from all over the world, from Canada to Korea, all over the US. And no woman from DC has ever made it to the finals. So I've got fingers crossed. I have a lot of good energy about it for this year. So I'm hoping for good health because we'll be in Memphis. So just for the good health for the whole band and for myself. I just got a booster today, but I feel fine.
I got mine yesterday. My arm is killing me.
I started doing the workouts immediately, but I thought maybe I'll feel sleepy or feverish. And then I was like, nope, I feel good. Maybe my reaction is I'm a little bit on speed or something.
Yeah, I was fine till this morning. So
yeah. Oh no, I'll brace myself. But the other is my last show of the year is this Thursday at the Downtown Holiday Market, where I will be playing with my award-winning band, Kiss and Ride. So that's from 5 to 7 this Thursday at the Downtown Holiday Market. So I hope you guys will come and check that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you so much, Carly. All right. Up next, we have Broderick.
Shameless plugs. Well, you can find me on Afrodigena. That is AFRODIGENA. For all the Afro-Indigenous folks. Shameless plug. I have my last of the year performance. I'll put it on my website, and I'll put it in my Instagram link tree. But it's with one of my favorite human beings, a playwright, Timothy Dwight, also a really good dear friend. If you don't know him, you should know him. Does poetry, incredible writer, actor, rapper, all the things. But we're doing a play that he's been workshopping with us since earlier this year. I don't know if people have heard of Playground at the Lark. They unfortunately shut down, but early in the year, they would bring in new playwrights and up-and-coming directors and actors, and we would workshop a lot of their work. So the work that we've been doing with Timothy, we're going to do on Thursday on a Zoom, free 99. So if you want to pull up virtually, you can pull up virtually. My hope for 2022, more Black and Indigenous liberation, more health better health, and just more art and community always.
Community always. Thank you, Broderick. All right, up next, let's go with Michael Ward and Joshua Jenkins. I'm doing it's a double, it's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
Tag team them. Yeah, so Michael Ward, you can find me on all the socials, Michael X Ward, michaelxward.com. Acting wise, you can view my resume, portfolio, all the wonderful fine stuff that is on there. I will be back in 2022. I got it right this time with the third season of CNP's Revolutionary Health, the show that focuses on Black gay men's health and wellness. So you can get caught up on all the episodes that are hosted this year on YouTube as well, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So I'm very excited, expanding my role as well with them next year to tell more stories about narrative justice, expanding into the arts, as well. Doing some voice work next year. So that should be really, really exciting. Finally getting paid for talking. Thanks, Mom. That's out there. And as well, continue to do Black Gay Stuck at Home. Hopefully Omarion stays away long enough for us to be able to do in-person events so we can meet a lot of you all out there, touch you, and just share space and continue to create community and bring in works from lesser known Black queer artists. I would be so excited to be able to support, I will put it as that, support up and coming artists as well. So looking forward to all of that in 2022. Make sure that you follow our socials, bgsah.com, underscore BGSAH on Twitter and Instagram. And I will throw it to the incredible Josh Jinks, my co-creator.
You can find me at Josh Jinks on all of the socials. Also, joshuahenryjenkins.com for the latest on all the fun projects that I like to juggle. Co-signing a lot of what Michael said about Black Gay Stuck at Home. In addition to hopefully bring some in-person events, hopefully at some Black Gay Pride events embedded within Black Gay Pride. That's my hope. In addition to that, trying to figure out ways to get resources, more specifically money, into the hands of Black queer filmmakers this year, in addition to being able to give visibility to the work. In addition, another shameless plug is just that I am currently, for the duration of the holiday season, pushing something called Kuchu Kwanzaa, which is Black Queer Kwanzaa. That is the legacy of two of my late friends, Marcus White and Dr. Lewis Graham, who we lost in 2019 and 2020. They began that in 2009, and I am trying to carry on the life of that to make sure that that celebration has its own legs and can be adapted and used for anyone who needs it as a way to affirm and support our communities.
Thank you so much, Joshua. And you can learn more about that because I interviewed Joshua earlier today, so you can check out this channel to learn more about Kuchu Kwanzaa as well. All right, next up, let us go with Michael Bobbitt.
Hey friends, you can find me on Instagram at Michael James Bobbitt. And then Mass Cultural has a whole bunch of social media stuff you can find out there. One of my wishes is that you'll all go see Adventure Theater's world premiere of Make Way for Ducklings, my new play. I also hope to reclaim my honeymoon that had to be canceled because of COVID. I was planning on going to Colombia, so I want to get that back. And my biggest wish, the cultural sector has been devastated by COVID, and we just need some help. My job as executive director of Mass Cultural Council is to fund and support the cultural sector in Massachusetts. Typically, I get about $35 million a year to give out to organizations and artists. This year, in addition to the $35 million, I was able to advocate and get an allocation from the legislation from ARPA money, American Rescue Plan money, another $60 million to give out. And so if you know organizations and artists in Massachusetts, especially BIPOC artists, please send them my way. I have free money that I need to give away.
I love the sound of that. All right. Up next is Patricia.
Hi again. So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Patricia Gino. My last name is spelled E-G-U-I-N-O. You can also follow the DC Latino Caucus, both on Twitter and Instagram. And one shameless plug and also a big hope for 2022 is that I'm able to run a smooth campaign. It's going to be my first time I'm running for office, and I'm really excited. And I guess I would say to anyone who wants to know more about me, is the reason why I'm running is I think I have both the bravery and the ability to be outspoken about issues that are important to DC, and my love for the community. And I would say that my work protesting against all kinds of white supremacist groups that came to DC, like the Proud Boys, the QAnon, the Oath Keepers last year, as well as protesting against the Capitol rioters on January 6th, has been a difficult experience, but it also proves that I very much care about keeping my city safe. And yeah, so please follow me. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. All right, up next, let's go with Lottie.
All right. So shameless plug. I actually have a shameless plug. I got this information earlier today. So yay for getting information just before the show. I have been nominated for 2 awards by it's the Silver Tusk Awards. And these are just burlesque awards. So I've been nominated for Crisis Manager, which is like life coach, education, and healing in the burlesque community, and Exceptional Intellect, which is cleverness, creative pursuits, and reason. And you can vote at weburlesque.com all the way through January 2nd. So please vote so I can win something. I like to win stuff. So yay for winning things.
That is great.
Yay for winning things, for being a good person, because that's pretty much what my 2 things are. You can follow me on all of the social medias at Lottie Ellington. You can also follow me on my webpage, lottieellington.com. And you can follow the Ellington Academy of Burlesque on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok.
Awesome. Thank you, Lottie. And Ashanti, how can people follow you, get in contact with you, and what's your hope for 2022?
Yeah, no, thank you so much. So again, you can go to my website, that's voteafm.com, to find out where our socials are. We're on Twitter at Martinez for Maryland. We're on Instagram at Ashanti F Martinez. My shameless plug, we have a day of action coming up January 2nd. This race is extremely winnable, but we can't do it alone. And so if you guys can come to our website, volunteer, sign up, come out, knock doors, make phone calls, connect with us in our district, that would be really, really appreciated. Again, we have a financial deadline on January 12th. We want a really strong financial report, any donations that help us get to that goal. But again, voteafm.com, and you can learn about me and about why I'm in this race.
Thank you, Ashanti. And you can check out our 2022 candidate interviews here on the Team Rayceen YouTube channel. So if in your jurisdiction, in your district, or wherever that they are having elections, any type of elections next year, you can check out our candidate 2022 playlist to find all the candidates, see what they're saying, see what they're up to, and to make your choice. If you want to follow me, you can at It's Krylios on Twitter and Instagram. That's at It's Krylios on Twitter and Instagram. And my hope for 2022 is that it is better than 2021. I just want to have a much better year than this year, so that is my hope for 2022. What about you, Rayceen?
Okay, give me 60 seconds because they say I talk too long. So, and time me, Krylios, that we protect our mental health, that we take care of our health, that we make sure that we're all right, that everyone puts their self first, that we protect our children, we protect women's rights, we protect the power of the power of voting, that we celebrate ourselves. Sometimes we as artists neglect ourselves. So sometimes we have to put ourselves first. And as artists, support the arts, that I hope that everybody here as an artist will make more money in 2022, that they will have everything that their heart desires, that all their dreams come true, that we are living our best lives. And Team Rayceen to go to the heights unimaginable. I thank each and every one of you for being here. I thank Czar, I thank Krylios, I thank Brittany, I thank Nikki, I thank Rod, I thank Jason, I thank Donald, because we don't do it, we all do it together. And this, let me leave you with this. These are not my words, but these are something that everyone should strive for in the new year. I want you to dance like nobody's watching. I want you to work like you don't need the money. And I want you to live like there's no tomorrow.
Thank you, Rayceen. Thank you. And of course, we all know Rayceen is the local hero of the year, best of LGBTQ DC. And so if you want to find out more about Rayceen Pendarvis, go to rayceen.com. There you can find articles, interviews, social media, everything that has to do with Rayceen Pendarvis. And to round us out for this evening is a word from Czar. That's the final word from our producer, Czar, who relays that for 2022, he looks forward to leaving behind 2021 and hopefully forgetting much of what happened as quickly as possible. In the new year, he looks forward to setting firmer boundaries, not engaging in futile activities, and selectively working on new projects with both longtime and new collaborators, including those who shared their time with us this evening, like all of you. So on behalf of Team Rayceen Productions, I thank our 2021 production sponsor, Whitman Walker Health, for their ongoing support. We look forward to the continued collaboration with them in 2022. And of course, if you are not yet following Team Rayceen on social media, girl, what are you doing? Get into it. So go ahead and follow us at Team Rayceen on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, share, all of that, and bring that beautiful, fabulous energy into 2022. And baby, let's end this year right and jump into a new one with all the gusto, vim, and vigor to just have a fabulous and wonderful year. So thank you all for being here with us. It has truly been our pleasure getting to see you all and getting to collaborate with you all this year. And we look forward to more of that in 2022. Thanks, everyone. Bye.